podcast. I was way too far away from the mic, but the guys just
Can't breathe.
just finished joking about something that I obviously was not paying attention to, so I'm outside of the loop. It was probably
I was singing Cream by the Wu-Tang Clan in a Russian accent.
good lord. All right, yeah, these are my co-hosts, Matt,
Hello.
Devontae, and Dane.
Yeah.
I'm not editing this. This is gonna be in this episode, people.
Oh, shit. I'm hot.
You're gonna see Devontae pass out from laughter here in a second. Anyways, serious note. This is the Otaku Talk. The guy that's about to pass out from laughter is the Otaku-san over here. So he's the one that normally knows this stuff. There's a few topics that I actually am more probably familiar with than him for once.
True that.
Yeah, which is first with the weeb stuff. I mean Otaku stuff. Sorry.
That is
I know.
word.
I know.
You gotta stop dropping
That's-
that
that's
W
a-
bomb.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's
I'm
a
not
bad
trying to
word,
dunk on
bro.
you, man.
It is what it is.
I know. Oh, I forgot to mention it in the first episode. Our resident filthy weeb friend was not able to make it, like we said in our Facebook page.
Oh yeah, Tim, you promised the people a guest.
I
There's
know.
no guest.
I
Not only
know,
that, but
and
he was literally Grand King Weep Summer.
Yes, he is the Grand King of weebs.
Otaku versus Weeb next time.
Yes, next time
Oh,
on the
d-
Geek Branch podcast. In this corner is Otaku Vaughn. And in that corner is the Weeb King himself. And that guest will be Cussler.
We're looking
should-
forward to you, Cussler. It's
Yes,
gonna be great.
we're definitely looking
Yeah.
forward to it. Yeah. He had an emergency. I don't know what it was, but he wasn't able to make it.
I hope all is well, man.
Yeah, same. So he'll be here next week, and I'm sure he has plenty of weird weeb stuff that he's got to talk about because some of the stuff I don't even keep up with.
Don't bring a body pillow.
Oh man, I would really sell it though.
Wait. Look, I'm sorry to put him out here like this. I want to testify. He does own one.
I know he does.
It's weeb
What is it
culture.
called?
He is the Weeb King.
Dakamura or something like that.
I hope you like your new title.
Yes, it's now official,
Yes.
permanent.
I think he'll wear it like a badge of honor. Anyway, so the first topic is actually about a partnership with Crunchyroll and Webtoon. I tried to get my wife to come on to this episode because she is a very big Webtoon reader. She reads it like, I don't even know when she doesn't read it. She reads freaking mangas and Webtoons pretty well all the time. Even if we're like with her family, she's reading mangas or Webtoons.
I love the way you said that. Reading mangas.
I love mangas.
The
Don't
disgust
get
in
me
his
wrong,
voice.
I know.
We can tell that he's over here judging.
She should be hanging out with family. Instead, she's reading mangas.
No. Does it not remind you of your parents when you were a kid? He's over there reading the mangas.
Dude, I was thinking the same thing.
mangoes. trying
Mango.
to spend time with the family, and you're just sitting there reading your mangoes over there.
Watching that.
Naruto.
Naruto.
You reading them Japanese picture books again?
What's a D and angel? It better not be about no demon and angels.
Dude. D and Angel was so good.
It's so good.
I love it.
They got a collector's edition coming back.
They got a what?
We actually
Like the box
live
set.
in the South.
A
so
box set?
it's
Our
different.
stereotype comes from experience.
Yes.
Hey, Mom, if you're listening, I love you.
So with the Webtoon stuff, the one thing that I know for a fact that will not be with the partnership is Lore Olympus. The reason why, it's super popular. A lot of people love it. But it already has and I should have probably announced this too, but it was about a week ago. Jim Henson is partnering the Jim Henson Company. Obviously, unfortunately, Jim Henson passed away in the 90s. His company still does a lot of things after he passed, and they are partnering with the creator of Lore Olympus to make a show.
I actually just recently got into Lore Olympus. I am
People
super
love
far
it.
behind.
I need to read it, but I'm in a
It's
Facebook
making a
chat group that absolutely loves that.
It's one of the big three for Webtoon.
I've seen people
Yeah.
post, strips from it, and little things, and it looks really
I
interesting.
didn't know it
So
existed until this announcement, to be honest, because I don't.
Same.
Yeah, I
You guys
don't
are
really
tragic.
read webtoons. Dane does. So I talked over with my wife, and she said that some of the ones that would be really good for a anime is Let's Play. My Boyfriend is a Zombie, and I forgot what the other one was. What's one of the ones that you thought would be a good anime?
Oh man, there's quite a few that they could actually do.
Lumine.
Yeah, it could be. Actually, wait one second. Let me go look at my subscription page. I actually got to pull up my.
So-
They have a lot of them. And a lot of times these creators are actually based on America.
So like, is there
well,
any
Webtoon
info?
has people from all over, mostly Korean and American.
Yeah, Korea, America. I'm pretty sure Lore Olympus is made by American.
It's gonna be like full shows or like 15-minute.
Well, if the Jim
segments.
Henson company is getting involved, I'm pretty sure that's gonna be a big one.
Yeah,
That's gonna be
they
in a
just got
show.
done with Dark Crystal.
I was gonna ask if they worked on that because I feel like if you're gonna do a Dark Crystal remake,
yeah, Jim
Jim
Henson's
Henson's gotta
company
be in
was
there.
involved. But my question is if Jim Henson company is getting involved, it's still going to be. I mean, I know they're known for their puppet work, but I mean, Lore Olympus looks like something that has to be animated. With the art style matters so much with it. It's very vibrant colors. Like their people are normally like pink or blue and stuff like that.
that could be where the puppetry comes in.
I mean, I guess they could work it with the puppetry, but I just from what I've seen of it, I think it would work better as an anime.
Has the Henson company done anything animated before, or is this like a first?
No,
film?
I think they've done. That's a good question though.
Because if they have like a whole animated division, then
Yeah,
I always knew them for, puppets.
yeah.
So
I mean, I'm sure they've. Well, I mean, there's the Baby Muppets.
Oh
The
that's
animated
animated.
show. I mean, but they're more involved in things that people realize because Muppets are owned by Disney now, and they still are. Jim Henson still does their stuff.
yeah,
The company does.
I just actually recently rewatched Muppets Treasure Island within like the last 2 months.
It is a treasure.
It is so good.
That is the only version of Treasure Island anyone ever needs to watch.
Yes.
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry
Need I
is
say
great.
more?
In everything. I don't think I can think of anything I can ever complain about Tim Curry being in.
There was
Muppets.
there was only one thing that I saw Tim Curry in that I was like,
But it probably wasn't his fault.
No, it was like a television movie series something.
Yeah, once he got a little bit older before his stroke, he was starting to get in some smaller stuff.
Yeah, it was like an Alice in Wonderland.
Was it on Hallmark?
I don't think it was on Hallmark.
It's
I'm-
probably like on Disney
I
Channel
have
or
friends that are
something.
gonna like beat me with the shoe because they probably know what I'm talking about,
Just
and
a
I'm just
shoe?
like, but man, I'm trying to keep it friendly. The
But
shoe will still be attached to the foot. I'm just saying, like,
while I am excited about this partnership, that's great. They're trying to help these establish these animes for these webtoon comics. Webtoons becoming a bigger thing. I think these artists deserve to be recognized.
Yes.
While I say that, I have seen some of the stuff that Crunchyroll has tried to make before, and not always good.
Well, yeah. Crunchyroll is a production studio. Not very great.
Yes.
Hit and miss.
Yeah. They did a good job with Black Clover. Did they still help with that?
I didn't know
have no
Crunchyroll did
idea.
Black Clover.
They
I thought
helped-
Somebody else
they
did
helped
Black
it.
Clover.
I don't know what they did, but they advertised it a lot because they either helped produce it or they helped fund it in some form or fashion.
Black Clover is great, by the way. Check that out.
I've been finally watching it again. Devontae was getting after me for a while, so I was like, fine. It's gotten better. He was right. I was wrong. And I've been watching it dubbed. I never watch anything dubbed, but I cannot stand the gargling, grease-filled voice of the Japanese actor.
Oh,
I
man.
swear to God, they give him a can of oil and they make him gargle it right before he starts talking on the mic.
I just can't get past the screaming.
Yeah, he screams
It's
a lot
really
less in the
hard.
show. Further down the show, he screams a lot less.
Oh, it's like Naruto.
Like-
It's like
Believe It.
Naruto.
This is off topic, but like the thing with that, like Yuki Tabata, his first attempt at a manga was Hungry Joker. I don't know if any of y'all read
No.
that.
Mm-mm.
His main character was actually pretty like boring. Like nobody could connect with it. He was more like a Sasuke type main character.
Ooh.
So he
Angst.
tried again and did
Over
the
top.
annoying protagonist shonen character.
Wizard
It's-
Naruto.
That's what we got.
I mean, that's how
Yeah.
Crunchyroll advertised it. They essentially said it's Naruto with magic. They said
Yeah.
it's Harry Potter mixed with Naruto.
Look,
It's really good,
Mm-mm.
bro.
it
I mean,
came in when I was all
What I've
shonen
watched of
doubt.
it, I've
I'm
liked,
good.
but like every time Asta starts screaming, I'm just like, good
It's
lord, man.
Just
really
don't watch
good.
them in Japanese, I'm telling you. I don't know what they told that actor to do while he's screaming, but I swear to God, I'm sorry, but if y'all watch the Japanese, or if anybody that ever somehow comes in contact with that actor and can speak Japanese, please ask him if he gargles oil before he talks on the mic.
How rude, Tim.
I'm sorry, but that's what I don't know how he makes that noise while he.
I will
does his
I like
always
scream.
be-
subs.
Maybe he has like lung
I do
cancer
too,
now,
like,
I don't know.
I will always take subs over dubs. Every now and then there will be a really good dub. Like One Punch Man's got a fantastic.
There was actually
dub.
a kid at my church today. He was wearing a My Hero shirt like I am right now, and his question was, "Do you watch it subbed or dubbed?" He was asking about My Hero, and he was disappointed because I watch it subbed. I was kind of shocked. I guess that's like
Yeah,
the new- the
new
young
gener-
generation.
Yeah, we have
That's another really good dub though. That's
Yeah.
a fantastic dub.
yeah, we have a
It's
whole new
alright.
generation of dub elitists.
It ain't bad.
But I'm surprised.
man,
Why
every
are
time Chris
why are
Savage
the
starts
dubs trying to
talking, I
be
get a tear
elitist?
in my eye.
They
I
shouldn't
know.
try to be elitist.
Subs are the elitists, like
Yes.
us.
Yeah,
actual
that was
sub
before
elites.
recent events, Devontae.
Yeah, right. Look, the only thing I care to see dubbed are
Sabat also does the voice of Captain Yami.
the
Word up.
old Western animes. And I'm saying Western animes as in they had heavy Western influences, like
Mhm.
Cowboy Bebop. That's
Yeah.
the only thing I can bear
Oh, that's another story.
to have dubbed.
John Joe.
Sorry.
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
I'm just saying, like, I could do Trigon dubbed. I could do Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, I love
dubbed.
Trigon dub.
Johnny Young Bosch is a gold mine.
Yeah, he
right?
is. That was his golden era.
But they're specifically very Western. But the moment you do anything that's still remaining home, like you'll never convince me to watch Demon Slayer dubbed. I don't care.
he's doing Demon
There's
Slayer.
no way I
dubbed.
could watch Demon Slayer.
You know, it's
dubbed.
just like, no, we're good.
The reason why we reacted that way about Cowboy Bebop, they were actually finally starting to film the live action Cowboy Bebop. And the guy playing a Spike, John Cho, who is a pretty famous actor already, he injured his knee.
Yeah,
I believe so.
Yeah, and they said he might be out for 7 to 9 months.
that's a long time on a
And-
production schedule.
You know what? I give Netflix credit because it was so early in the process they could have recasted him.
Yeah.
But they said they're 100% behind him playing that role, that they will wait.
And with a little bit of work, I mean, there are plenty of scenes that isn't Spike fighting. So
Yeah, but he is the main character of
Well, no,
Cowboy
no, no.
Bebop.
Wait.
yeah, no, what I'm saying is just like there are plenty of spaceship scenes that we could do. There are plenty of
Yeah.
scenes that he can film
I
while
don't
they're
wanna see
waiting
no
for him to recuperate.
spaceships. I want to see
You don't wanna
Spike
see-
Spiegel.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! One of the most important parts of Cowboy are those
It's the ships.
Are the ships, dude.
There's only one important ship, and that's the Bebop.
Man makes an excellent point.
I don't want to see nothing else.
You people.
They could
are
be in the
just-
middle of space.
Look,
could
they
be
got-
pitch
Hey, are we
black.
going to see a pregnant lady with a bunch of drugs? Like,
Stop it. Stop it.
First off, no. What I want, regardless of anything else, is Spike Spiegel fighting a very certain clown. That's all that I want. I want like
I
That's a
also
good
want
one.
them to get
4 minutes
their
of that.
space casinos. I want to get the space casinos right.
yes.
What was that? Like episode 2?
Yeah,
Space Casino.
yeah. That was
Well, I mean, we spent a
I-
ton of time in them.
yeah. I love how they the outside of them looked and everything.
Yeah.
The visual side of most of the stuff with Cowboy Bebop, you have to get right.
Yeah, it's a very certain style.
Yes.
More importantly than anything, though, I could watch this entire thing blind as long as the music's on point.
Yes. You have to have Tank as the theme song.
It has to play at least
Yeah,
once.
I
It
was
has
gonna
to play
say,
at
like,
No,
least
it
if-
has
if
to
I
be
don't-
the theme song or
if I
I'm
don't
throwing
hear
it in
the
the
two
garbage.
ones,
Is
if they get whoever is like the guy that figures out what the music is for Persona, that's the guy they should hire for this show.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
he
no,
does a
no,
good job.
no
He
offense,
does.
but you can take the original OST, which I love to death, and just replay it.
They could.
That's like
That would be the
I'd love to
smart
hear
thing.
Blue. I'd love to hear
You know what I
Yeah,
would
right.
also like for them to do?
Call Me.
Call Me.
In
There's a
in
ton
one
of
of
other
the one of the animes that they produced recently, did this that they don't do anymore. But
I think
I
have,
would
like,
like
the
them to do
entire
a
OST on my
mid credit
phone.
thing.
oh yeah,
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, mid credit card, mid roll card. That would be cool for that, like they did
Old
with the old anime. But on to the next topic, we actually had a company give Disney the big middle finger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this is interesting. So for years and years and years, Studio Ghibli said that they would not go on a streaming service at all. Hold on, let me finish. And
Dane's like
he's ready. He's primed. So there was a rumor going around that possibly Disney Plus was going to have Studio Ghibli, which made sense because they've had partnership for years with each other with their theater releases and stuff like that. But one of the heads of Studio Ghibli said, "We do not believe in streaming services, blah, blah, blah. We won't ever be on streaming services." And I kid you not, like an hour or two later, HBO announces all of Studio Ghibli's 20 plus films will be on HBO Max.
Dum dum.
Man, they must have gave Studio Ghibli a fat check. That's all I gotta
they
say.
had to.
I looked over and just like, Miyazaki, how could you?
He did it for his grandson.
I would support his grandson. This grandson's to have 25% of my check every day for the rest of his life. Let me tell you right now that
I want it on HBO Max. Okay, I don't care.
No,
I have
no.
I'm gonna have HBO
The more I hear
Max.
about HBO Max, the more I'm just like, why?
Yeah, HBO
Why
Max
not?
is
The
the
only
competition.
way to watch a Studio Ghibli film should be in a theater. If it's
Well,
not
I own the collection.
no. A home theater counts.
Okay. Well, yeah, my TV screen is pretty big.
Yeah, a home theater.
And I have a
counts.
surround sound.
But if you cannot,
But I have. It'll
No.
be on that TV either
no,
way.
because there's gonna be somebody in their insane, offbeat minds gonna be watching that film on their phone, and I want to reach over and just give them the hand. You understand?
Well,
Because
I
Look,
watch a lot
if
of
I
my-
can
I
watch
watch a lot of
Princess
my-
Mononoke wherever I go, I'm going to.
no,
Bro.
no, you will not. You're gonna take your
Yes,
time.
I will.
You're gonna
Yes.
sit down
I-
in a dark room.
I am happy it's on HBO Max.
No, I disapprove completely.
I
I'm watching
understand.
Howl's Moving Castle on the move.
Dude.
I know Stacy is
Give me a plane flight.
ecstatic. Yeah,
I will
she just
watch
gave me
it.
the thumbs up.
Mm.
Because our collection is all the ones that are made by Miyazaki himself.
Yeah.
So it's not the whole collection. Let's see if it was over here. It's not though. But,
How many was
Uh,
that? Like 12 or 13?
yeah, it was a good bit of them, but there's still a good bit that he didn't make that we would like to watch. Like the, was it like Graves of
Grave of the
Dude,
Fireflies.
Grave of the Fireflies.
Depressing, but good.
So
cry.
good.
And there's a few others like Princess.
Mononoke?
No. That's made by
Mononoke
him.
is
There's another one,
direct.
Princess Kagura or something like that. There's another one that's made by the studio. There's quite a few of them, like the one with the little people, Secret of Artery,
Arietti.
Guys, just a reminder,
Butcher
I
those
cannot
names.
pronounce.
We've been giving him hell about this all night.
Yes.
He's been,
We're from the
he's
South.
been consistent though.
Yeah.
Like,
Consistently messing up.
I mean, he is 0 for 10, so
Yeah.
he
I
hasn't got one right
I'm
yet.
from the South. We have poor education.
Kristen Bell Stewart.
Every- Hey, I'm just saying, he got the best education available to him in Mississippi.
Oh,
Yeah. In Mississippi.
It was an absolute failure, period.
Yes.
But more importantly, listen, Miyazaki is like an experience. And every one of them, I have sat down quite comfortably. in
Yeah,
a-
we've done that too.
Right.
I would never watch it on a phone. That's an insult to them.
That's my point. It's like you cannot change the medium by which your eyes are absorbing this by
Okay.
pixelating it down to this
Okay,
12
but
inch
how?
screen.
My question is, how much do you think they got paid? Okay, because for example, right now there's a bidding war for South Park for $500 million.
I don't care who gets South Park.
I know, but I'm just saying, with this crazy bidding war stuff that's been going on with all these shows, this isn't a show. This is a whole studio's collection.
I gave him $1 gazillion.
I would assume at
1
least
billion is
$1
the draw
billion.
line. Yeah.
I would assume at least $1 billion. They got fat check. I'm telling
Do
you,
you
they had
think-
to have.
Do you think they would have taken a pay cut just out of spite?
Who?
Ghibli.
Spiting who?
Yeah, what do you
Disney?
mean? I don't.
Well, I mean,
I don't think so.
Miyazaki doesn't like Disney, but I don't think that the studio itself
Yeah,
is anti-Disney.
Yeah, Miyazaki's done it anyway. He's working on his last movie.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just
Well,
Just a thought
Miyazaki's-
process.
Miyazaki's immortal. Let's not.
I'm pretty certain.
that man will never die.
anime was.
I'm
a
pretty
mistake.
certain HBO, Warner Brothers, whatever, Time Warner, AT&T, whatever,
didn't
whichever
mean that.
company it is.
Look. He was
Out of
specifically
context.
Yeah, it is completely. Every time someone brings up Miyazaki,
I gotta
anime is a
do it.
mistake. I want to fight somebody.
Anime was a mistake.
Look, it's out of context.
I need to add that to my little buttons.
You're gonna get stabbed, Tim.
You need to add the let them fight to the button
Yes,
too.
I mean,
so when we
let
start
them fight
arguing,
in anime is a mistake. So like anytime that Dane gets upset, I just press that to antagonize him more.
I love Miyazaki.
It's our
there's gonna be audio
relationship,
of
me and
Dane just fighting people.
when you both either hear or see me come across this
We
table,
also-
no, Tim deserved it.
Also, we need to record when Devontae says, "I can dig it."
Have that as a soundbite.
Yep.
But no, look, seriously though, I can't promote it.
I know you can't, but I can.
Me too. I get what you're saying.
I get it
it's a
because
certain
it's an
nostalgia.
integrity. It's the integrity of their culture and everything. I get it.
It's a matter of art.
Yeah.
I'm just sorry.
Look,
It is.
like,
It is a piece. Their works are is
it's
art.
beautiful and
Yeah,
it
it's a
should
masterpiece.
be
Hand drawn.
should be viewed in a perfect medium.
Yeah.
It should be in a dark room. It should be on a big TV. You should enjoy
But
it.
I
For
should
the art
also
that
be
it
able to
is.
enjoy it in 4K on my streaming service.
Exactly. That's where I'm coming from. Is like, I want to be able to watch those movies.
Consumerism is
wherever I
consumerism. You're
want.
You are as American as they get.
I am a hardcore capitalist, and I am all for consumerism as far as America is concerned.
Yes,
But
I know.
wonder if this is how people felt when like
this might be where I draw the
VHS
line.
and DVD were
Yeah.
like about to cross
Ooh,
over.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is interesting how people felt about that. I mean, it made more sense with like going from a vinyl to an 8-track because it, the difference between like records and CDs
Yeah.
and stuff like that is like CDs are so pointless now because we can just download. Whereas records, for one, there's a different sound to it because the way records are made and also because of the part of nostalgia with it. Whereas VHS is hot garbage.
Hey, there's a special place for VHS
Yeah.
in nostalgia land.
It's 80s and 90s.
Yeah, where that film grain and quality added to what it was.
Your childhood.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. I went back because I have the VHS of Space Jam.
I have that too. That was one of my most favorite VHSs as a kid. That was a Christmas gift.
I found a friend of mine
Yeah.
that had a VHS, and I just
I still
went
have
to
it at my
see.
parents' I have
And
so
when
many
you-
VHSs over there.
When you watch Space Jam on Blu-ray, you're like, damn, that
Yeah.
did not age well.
Yeah, but when you watch
When
it
you
on
watch it on
VHS,
VHS,
it's
you're
different.
like, it's so much different.
because there's literally the film grain itself is a part of the movie.
The
And there's nothing you
experience.
can do about it. It's actually, you also notice this difference when Marvel made the swap from film to digital.
yeah, you
Yes.
can really tell.
Yeah, I was just like, yo, bro, I know it's more expensive. Go back to film now.
Well, there's been a lot. There's certain directors that have tried to keep them to stay at film, like Quentin Tarantino was one of the ones that really try to push to keep film a thing.
Look, man, after Quentin Tarantino made me watch what he made me watch in The Hateful Eight on 35 millimeter, I will fight that man.
I love the Hateful Eight. Don't hate. What was wrong with the film?
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it? I
You don't-
enjoyed that movie.
There's a particular scene I'm talking about. I love the fact that he shot that movie on 35 millimeter film, but what I had to see in 35 millimeter,
That's true. That's true. That's true.
that was a waste of film, and I will fight that man if I see
That's
him.
True. All right.
Look, he has
He's
his
Quentin
problems.
Tarantino. He is who he
Yes.
is.
Uh,
He's also a man that's known for having a foot fetish.
Dude, man, from dusk till dawn.
no. The newest one, A Story in Hollywood. What is it called?
Oh, yeah, Once Upon a Time in
I
Hollywood.
haven't
Once Upon a
seen
Time
it
in
yet.
Hollywood.
Is it good?
The Sundance Child hippie
Yeah.
that was riding around in Brad Pitt's car
Uh-huh.
with her foot literally pressed against the window. I'm just like, Quentin, I need you to
If you don't get this bullshit.
I need you to calm down, man, because that hippie was out there. It's the
Bro.
best of the 70s.
Devontae's over here sending us articles.
I mean, you
And-
got to
and
keep up with the times.
I
man.
know.
Wait, so we're getting articles as we're shooting?
Yeah, but it's nothing.
Yeah,
That
if you
relates
guys
to
ever
the weed
notice when I'm
stuff.
on my phone, I'm researching the entire time. I know
Yeah,
I
he's
got
not disinterested. Trust me.
I know I get flack for that, but I'm over here doing research. Y'all calm down.
Yeah.
Diddling its bums.
I don't really care, but I support this article. Just yes.
Yes.
John Berthold can be the Punisher for the rest of his life.
God, yes.
Nothing to do with weeb culture. I'm
Yes, but
sorry.
we're continuing
Otaku
on.
Talk. My bad.
Yes.
I was just actually watching a video about Thomas Jane earlier too. Either one of them could take the role, and I'd be happy with it.
Yeah, I was okay with. I actually loved. All right, we
What,
can't
Ray
talk about
Stevenson?
this. No, when John Travolta played the bad guy in the first Punisher,
See, I thought that was the weakest part of that movie.
I enjoyed how crazy he was.
Dude, when he set the car lot on fire and it made the skull, I was like, okay.
We're here.
John Travolta is at his strongest when he's crazy.
John Travolta's at his strongest
I
in
can
Pulp
feel that.
Fiction.
Yes, you can dig it.
I can dig it.
All right, well, let's go to the
Let's
next
proceed.
topic. So the next topic, this is one that Devonte came up with, which is manga fans versus anime fans, and the depths and differences of both.
The toxicity of our
You knew where I was going with this.
Yeah.
Getting to the
Yeah.
juicy bits.
Yeah, I can definitely say that some of the manga fans can be a bit toxic towards us anime fans. Like when I want to wait on finding out plot with My Hero Academia.
I belittle you.
Mhm.
You can belittle me all I want, but I have very few things that bring me joy. And watching My Hero Academia on Saturday morning,
But you
gives
did it
me
again.
joy.
You did it again.
Oh,
My
for
hero-
11.
What did I say? Academia.
You messed
My
up saying
Hero
academia. You messed up saying academia. I can't even pronounce it the way you pronounced it.
I was trying to say macadamia nut.
Anyway, no matter
My
how
Hero
pitiful you
Macadamia chocolate chip cookie.
are- Listen. See, I am of a special breed, right? I am the king of all elitists because I go all the way
Truth.
back.
Yes.
It was like you're
Mr.
on-
Web novel.
That's
Yeah.
exactly it. You people over
I read
here.
the light novel.
No, he's
No,
beyond that.
Oh, yeah.
I web the web novel. You see, you guys are right here. You guys are the anime and manga elitists, right? Then there's the light novel elitists who are back here before the manga got produced.
Yeah.
Then there's the web novel who has to go to a Japanese
This-
forum
okay,
and have it paid
this guy-
translated.
This
Humans.
guy, he has a
Greek-
guy he pays to get him translations for light novels
Right,
before
for-
they are anywhere near America.
This will spoil a whole year for you.
yeah.
Before Yen Press ever gets their grubby little mitts on a translation to sell for me in light novel form, I am there reading it on the web novel forums.
So when we did like a rehearsal, like before we actually ever recorded an episode before on the show, that was like when Dane met the guys, and they're like, so when you said he was like a geek or like an otaku or a weeb, you meant like he's a whole nother level.
yes, I'm a special type of breed.
Yes.
This is the way that I look at it right here, okay? You got your regular humans,
Yeah.
you got your Greek heroes, you got your gods, and you got your titans.
Yeah.
This man has transcended titans.
Dane's on another level.
Look, I'm telling you right now that like, what's the best way of putting it? Okay, so I know a lot of people are fans of like Konosuba and Overlord, right? And as you know, both of those have gotten their animes,
Yes.
right? And then both of those,
Konosuba also has a D&D book.
yes. And then before that, they were
Oh, it's
manga.
amazing.
They were manga / light novels. Okay, well, not only was before any of these ever came into the twinkling eye of other Americans, was I reading the web novel for both of them, but I was one of the few people that knew that the author of Konosuba and the author of Overlord knew each other personally because they were both on the same forum that I was on reading their work.
You have a problem.
I just want to say, look, I'm not trying to ruin anything for anybody, but what you told me about Shield Hero
Yeah.
has not left my mind at all.
No, I'm sorry about that. Like, so
But that never translated over to the manga or to the
Thank
anime.
God.
yes, because it puts me in a very special position. For those who do not know, who aren't a part of my social circle, Shield Hero eventually came to the U.S. in anime format, and then some people picked up the manga and the light novel. And from the very day it arrived, my friends started talking about it airing. I was just like, I hate that series. They're like, what do you mean? I've never seen it before. All right.
Oh,
or
yeah.
all this information is first coming out of it. They're like, I vehemently
Hey, Dane.
hate it.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Is your work going to be okay if you're a little late?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Yeah, I'm good.
Autobots.
Roll out.
Like, for real.
But no, seriously though, I mean, I vehemently hated it. I felt the same way about Overlord, and Overlord actually kept that part of the web novel in the series. For instance, it's the heroes that raid the dungeon.
I don't watch Overlord.
Okay, well, if anybody got to the part where the heroic party, the
Spoilers.
yeah, gets to raiding Al Algoon's Nazareth. Eyes Algoon. I've never been good on the pronunciation for that one.
Neither is Tim.
No, because that one's not even Japanese. It's just foreign.
I'm not good at any form of pronunciation.
We've been taking shots at each other all night.
Oh my god.
You would think that we hate each other, but no, it's all brotherly love. But
I'm neutral.
so as
Shut up,
Nowadays.
Sweden.
no one likes you.
Mr.
that's-
Red Hood over here.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She's the most controversial, Robin.
Yeah. Don't
Oh
even get me-
no, I
don't
got
even
hit
get
with
me
a
s-
crowbar.
Yeah, don't
Oh
get me
my
started
God.
on
I
his
know.
his
What hurts
recent
more,
story
front
in
hand
Titans.
or back?
Oh my god.
If you
You
saw
might-
Under the Red Hood, you would know what he's talking about.
Hey,
you
you
guys
might
don't see me again, you know why.
hey, you might get your Red Hood soon over on Titans because of how much everybody hates that kid in that show.
Dude.
Dude, if he is
The
sliding,
whole team hates his guts
yes,
Right now?
pretty well.
man, from the very beginning of his inception. Can we not talk about that?
Yeah, pretty much everyone hates
Ever
him.
since Titans are back, I was like, nope. Okay, there you are. You're in my shit list. You're at the very bottom of it. Stay there.
I just mean he's always been that kind of shithead kid.
I know
That's
it's
just
perfectly
him being
casted.
Jason Todd.
Yeah, it's perfectly casted. Perfectly
Anyways, that's
acted.
not weeb. It's not weeb.
We're going off subject.
Thank
But
you,
anyway.
Tim. Thank you.
But
Get back on
anywho.
track.
So, like I said, so for me, right, it's influenced me in such a way that anytime the author goes forward and changes anything with the light novel or the anime or the adaptations wrong, like R. Fuyeta's adaptation is horrible. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's horrible. And for me, who had to sit there and read it all, it's just like you're not doing this
You
justice.
chose to read it all.
No.
Point to Tim.
Reading
1
it-
in 11.
reading it was
Finally.
a far better experience. Is
Or is
all
that-
I have to
that's-
say about it.
That's 1 in 12.
Oh
No,
God,
wait.
1 in 12
that's
would
one
be
in
what it
11.
is. It'd be 1 in 12.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Come on.
So look, all I'm sitting there and I'm saying is that like I understand where manga readers are coming from because their adaptation isn't fulfilling enough, but mangas aren't fulfilling enough.
See, I think he has an interesting viewpoint. Like, probably a lot of viewers or listeners don't even think about a lot of these mangas start off as novels first. Like, they don't even get to start off as some of them don't get to start off as a manga until they gain enough popularity as a light novel.
Yeah,
Right.
one of my favorite animes, K.
Yeah, that's a light novel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to point out, like recently, like the past 5 years, we didn't get a lot of light novels translated in our language.
It's becoming a
So
much bigger
it's,
thing.
It's a new thing. Like
It's
I'm
also
having to
become-
adapt myself.
So much cheaper for me.
Yeah.
Because now it's just being done normally. I don't have to go over there and find someone
Now-
specifically. and be
Now,
like,
now you don't have to have your.
Scour a forum or anything.
Yeah,
Sorry,
exactly. and then PayPal somebody
what's it-
$60 for a couple of volumes.
Office reference. You don't have to find your worm guy.
Yeah. Like one of my favorite series is it has a manga. It's Grimgar of Fantasy and Ash, but the manga like transcends the anime, like the full thing, and then the light novel continues. So
As a light novel, weeb, and a manga, I'll just say otaku to make you happy. Otaku. Has there ever been one where the anime was better?
yes,
Which one?
that would be let me think, because I've read so much.
On the spot.
I put you there. That's what you
Okay,
get for
okay,
screwing with me
okay.
today.
You
Since
got
y'all
one?
got jokes. The most recent one, Fire Force.
Fire Force, you think's better on anime
Yes,
because of its art style?
No, not just that. It's because of the motion you get. Like you can read the fight scene and
But
it
it works
looks
better.
cool, but
Yeah.
you don't get the full effect until you watch that anime. And you see like the swift movements and the direction of
I
everything.
can see that.
That's really clean animation to pull that
Yeah.
off.
Same thing with Demon Slayer.
Look,
Dude, Demon
no,
Slayer is so
no,
good.
Hold up. Let me go back here for a second. I'll tell you up front here that no animation studio can do as good of a job as my imagination. So that's all
I
I'm
don't
saying.
know,
I
man.
don't know.
Like
Nah.
some of my voices be spot on in my head, but like once I see the anime and I hear it, I'm like, oh, okay.
You can't really get that feel for Mach 20 out of a manga.
No,
Nope.
no.
You
no.
can't get that feel.
No, you can't get it out of a manga. But remember, I've never seen the images to begin with. I'm over here reading nothing but text. I have trained.
Yeah, it's a different perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that because
He has to build the whole
like-
thing.
okay,
I don't even know what the character looks
So
like. Maybe the
for
front of the light novel
an
actually has a picture of
an
the
example
character.
of an American book being adapted into a movie or something like that. When I was younger, I wasn't a Harry Potter kid. I was a Percy Jackson kid.
Mhm.
Oh God.
Rick Riordan.
And Fox, you did us wrong. It was
Yeah.
hot garbage.
Even before that, even before they came through and they just train wrecked Percy Jackson, which they never should have done. And
Yes.
I'm just gonna say Aragon.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Aragon was another one. But
Aragon,
with
Brissinger.
I have hope because Disney was actually the publisher for the Percy Jackson books, and Fox was the ones that would make the movies. Well, now Disney owns Fox. Maybe we can get a Disney Plus show.
Haven't they recently announced that they were gonna do a TV series?
I don't think
thought they
so.
did.
I could be wrong.
I want them to go back and do a Percy Jackson TV series,
I would love it.
and then if they could
And do
remake
it
Aragon, that would be great.
Yeah,
Oh, there's so many things we want rebooted. Just to
Yes.
reboot to save.
they're
not
doing
reboot
Last
to,
Airbender live action.
We don't have to ever go back there.
Well,
good.
it doesn't
Just that made me
involve
gross.
M. Night Shyamalan at all.
Relax for that.
What a twist!
Yeah, the twist was the show. You kept expecting the
Is that Robot Chicken M Night?
Dude, why did it take 5
the Percy
Earthbenders to
Jackson
pick up
show
one
thing
boulder?
was the Percy Jackson thing that you saw.
Yeah.
Was from your favorite site.
You've got to be shitting me.
Yeah, we got this covered.
Wow, really?
I love y'all.
Well,
Congrats.
Devontae, there's your one. Everybody gets one.
one. Everybody gets one. All right.
So we know that's never going to be true.
It's established that I
Yeah.
hate we got this covered.
Yeah, but look. So here's my point. As
But
far
I
as
hate
things
comic
go,
book more.
text novels, specifically on my end,
Yeah,
before we
he
go to
said
manga
fine.
and before we go to TV, there is so much that gets cut to make something fit into your scheduled slot for an anime, and there's so much that gets cut to make things run in a manga. Just you can't beat the depth of character and description that a novel gives you. And so I'm always going to
That's
be
true.
kind
Yeah.
of just a purist in this way, but I would rather take 500 pages of text than 20 minutes of animation.
I think
Finding
it's
a,
go ahead, man.
I was just going to say, coming from a writer's standpoint, finding a good balance of like creative detail and driving the story and making sure that your dialogue is not too long and winded and that your details are not too long and winded. Like, I would like to see how they pulled it off with a light novel.
Oh no, some of them do absolutely horrible jobs of it. Some stuff is just information overload. Some of your favorite isekais that are coming out nowadays, especially the video game based isekais,
Yeah.
you literally can read your character's stat sheet. So like
I wouldn't do it.
imagine like a literal printout of your Arfietta did that actually. For the most period of that time, the main character in you could actually see their stat sheet. So when they leveled up, gained new stats, Slime Hero, not Slime Hero, Slime Tensa the Slime. I cannot remember the name of the title for it in English, but I got reincarnated as a slime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I was about to say, like, I would like to see how that, because like he stays leveling up.
Yeah, no. And every time he gets a new ability, it's on his character sheet. So at the end of any
that's pretty
individual
cool.
chapter, you know all of his new abilities. The same thing goes for the Onis. Most every character whose character sheet that you can see, like the Demon Lords, Milim and Crimson.
That's a lot
Eventually
of
you get-
information, though.
Yeah, and so, but the point being is that unlike you folks in the anime, right? I know
Yeah.
the exact details of this fight, and it's on my imagination, sure, to make it come to life. But I know what everyone does,
Right.
to what extent, to
You-
exacting
You
detail.
have it's more of a bond between the reader and the writer at that point compared to an anime.
Mhm.
Because you don't get to soak in all that information. Even with a manga, you are not going to soak in that information with a manga.
And see, that's why I want to know how the details are with the light novel, because
Maybe Sword Art Online won't be so bad. Light novel mode.
Oh, it's definitely much better than the anime rendition of it was.
Yeah, Gun Gale's garbage.
I feel like it's a whole experience. Like you get something different from each medium. Like
Yeah.
with the light novel,
Okay,
the
so
manga,
you know
and the
how
anime.
The Witcher, the video games are so beloved. Well, obviously it's set after the books. They say the books, they do their best to get that Geralt
Mhm.
feel to it, but it's still their own spin. And with the books, you get a totally different feel. Of course, the translation's apparently not very good.
Right, because it's all about what you have access to.
Yeah.
Like the information you have access to as a person watching the anime is purely visual and purely dialogue based. It's what you hear. It's what you hear and it's what you see.
Yeah.
Okay. You go to the manga and you get additional details because some of the word is in text, so you can pick up additional things that you can't get in the
Right.
anime. Right. Like for instance, translators notes for most people who are reading the things that
Yeah.
you just wouldn't be able to understand. They can't pause the anime and be like, "Let me explain this reference to you." You get translators notes.
And I like the little tidbits, like especially when you get people that are from different like areas of Japan that have different dialects.
Yeah.
So,
So Kanzai dialect and all that stuff, Osaka and Okinawan. So all of that stuff is just there, superfluous in the manga that you can also get to add onto your experience.
Right.
When I say that the world building of a novel is almost one for one, every little piece of information you could ever want to have, you have it. Like it's there. It could be overwhelming at times. It could be absolutely useless on other occasions, but I know, and it defines these characters. The information that you have is infinitely more, and I
That's-
value that more than any flashy animation.
I think I'd be interested in reading one of the light novels for some of these.
I definitely would be.
Yeah. Well, now obviously not all of mangas have been created via light novel.
Yeah, so I'm a
So
direct.
you're not gonna get your Naruto in light novel form.
You sound just
They
like
do
my
have
dad.
light novels
Yep.
for Naruto though on
They
specific
do.
characters.
They do.
Yeah,
They have light novels for
Shikamaru,
for
Kakashi.
non-weeb stuff.
Right.
So Marvel and DC both have light novels
Well,
too.
specifically, they're just novelizations.
Yeah.
Most movies have novelizations, for instance.
Oh, and when Star Wars, what was it? The first one? No, it was the second one. Empire Strikes Back. The book actually came out a month before the movie, and it actually had to where you would have found out that Darth Vader is the father.
Yeah, no, and the novelizations for movies sometimes make the movie
better.
infinitely better. No,
Yeah,
like,
apparently Star Wars novelizations of their movies are
Like,
considered
nothing makes you accept
better.
Anakin becoming Darth Vader than the novelization.
Yeah.
The novelization for that movie
I
series.
don't know, man. He slaughtered a whole room full of kids. I'm pretty
Right,
sold
right.
it.
Yeah,
right.
I sold it for me.
But imagine reading that. Imagine
Yeah,
knowing his
it is
thoughts,
different.
his feelings, how he.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine knowing how he felt after he killed the first kid, the little blonde kid that walked up to him and addressed
Yeah.
him. Yeah, you get the
Dang,
details.
stop it.
See, that's what I'm pointing
Stop
out.
it, Dane.
This is why I'm the elitist. I am so much better than you.
Bruh.
So I feel like one of the problems, well, two, like the first problem being like people who strictly watch anime and they feel like they know everything about that series.
You're obviously missing
Yeah.
information.
A lot of times stuff does not get translated over to the anime, first of all.
Yeah, it's a pretty poor adaptation in some
Yeah.
reasons, you know.
And then like the second,
Fruit
people
Basket's the first version.
who read the manga and feel like they can spoil the anime for people who strictly watch anime.
Yeah,
feel like-
I'm not okay with that because, okay, yes, I just watched MHA. I just watch it. Yeah, I'm
Playing it
abbreviating.
safe now.
Playing it safe. I'm watching y'all.
I'm just
But
saying
that's-
when the Endeavor thing happens, I'm gonna watch that. That's the
Yeah.
one thing I'm looking forward to.
I've heard there's
so much good stuff.
yeah, I heard there's a lot of good stuff that happens with Endeavor. I have a friend that kind of he tells me without
Vegeta
spoiling.
level.
Yeah. I might finally actually appreciate Endeavor once we get to that point.
Dude, he did a 180 for me. Like after I read that, I was
He has the Vegeta effect, I heard.
Redemption arc.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's got a fantastic redemption arc.
Well, he's very misunderstood because of his relationship with All Might. I think it's that the anime viewers and the manga readers, we'll leave out the light novel people, but
Yeah, then
they
next
got
level.
yeah, that's a whole nother thing. But the manga people have to realize that sometimes people connect better with the anime, with visualization on a screen.
Well, to put it simply, right, is that
Some
you can tell a story in a few ways.
Yeah.
And to me, and also this is once again relates back to that reason why Miyazaki said anime was a mistake. It is literally the easiest medium to tell
Yes.
a story.
And it's good for a lazy person like me, or a person that likes soaking in information while he's working on something. So I'm very much a multitasker. So like while I'm at work and I'm obviously when my patients are gone for the day and it's just me working on paperwork, I have a show running. I can't read a manga while I'm trying to do paperwork, but I can have a every once in a while when I watch it dubbed anime, very rare, but I can have a dubbed anime running.
Yeah,
while
like when I'm
working on my
cleaning the
paperwork.
house, I'll put a dub on.
Yeah, because I can't speak Japanese. I got to read the subtitles. So,
So me, right? I'm at work and I'm doing my audits.
yeah.
And see me, I still read. Like
I can't
I'll
do
take
it.
my eyes off the screen and do it. I'm currently reading a Chinese.
Not all of us can.
I
This guy has
Can
like
be a-
16 eyes.
Yeah.
Not all of us can be a god like Dane.
The
Look,
All Father.
it's just there. By the way, another point to be here is that you guys get your one season of 13 to like 30 episodes. I'm currently on a web novel that I've been reading for like the past 2 years, and it's on chapter 910.
Yes.
I never run out of things.
Dude, is solo leveling still on hiatus right now?
Yeah,
God,
unfortunately.
man.
It'll be back one day. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It left off in such a like
Cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think that they have to learn to understand that there are differences with way people consume media. Not everybody is going to
Value the massive amount of information that other
Yes.
mediums can give you.
yes, not everybody has time to read a manga or a light novel. They want to watch it in anime so they can get caught up, enjoy it. It can be like just for me, I watch out of the day probably for anime maybe an hour's worth
Yeah.
a day. I don't have
watching-
time for more than that.
Watching One Piece will save you weeks of your life, as opposed to
Lord.
trying to
I
read
tried.
it.
I tried to catch up to that. I tried to catch up to it.
I
and
make it like through where is it when they I can't remember the name of the arc anymore.
It took me 4 months to catch up on One Piece.
Yeah,
There were only
it's-
like 600 episodes then.
Yeah, I
God,
tried.
there's
I
a
tried to
1,000
catch up
episodes
when I
now,
had
isn't there?
no life.
Almost.
When I didn't have a full time job, when I wasn't married, when I didn't have a house, when I was at my parents working a part time job and single, and I still didn't get caught up because it was when they were in like the 900s for their episodes.
Yep.
Yeah, I gave up after a while.
One Piece
I mean,
is
the
legit.
One Piece is good, but it just tough to get caught up. Anyways, so the culture, I think it's gonna stay that way for a while. There's gonna be the people that read mangas that are gonna think they're superior to the anime people.
I don't.
I know you don't. But then there's
Right.
the
And
anime
I'm just
culture.
joking, by
Yeah,
the way.
he is.
Obviously, I'm way out of in left field for people in consumption of these types of
Yeah,
things.
very
No one's
different.
really like me, so
He's
I,
reading
You've
stuff
also been
I
doing
won't
it for
find
years,
until
so
like
that's
next
something else
year.
people have to keep in mind. Is that like
I've been reading web novels since like 2006.
I
It's
think the
been-
real war is dub versus sub.
yeah, and that's just petty.
Yes, it's a
Yeah.
petty war.
Yeah.
I watch both versions. Okay, so I'm not on either side of the war.
I'm subbed. I'm proud.
Okay,
I like both. It depends on the anime.
you know what? I thought only the classic animes that I would watch dubbed, but thanks to Black Clover, I watched something dubbed. Thank you, guy that puts oil in his mouth.
All right.
Black
Anyway.
Clover really isn't that bad.
And I'm gonna wrap up. All right, so we have to wrap up. I think this was a good stopping point. Me complaining about Asta from Black Clover again, probably like the 5th time in one episode. Anyways, we really enjoyed talking about this. Thank you for letting us get to the root of our geek culture with you. Have a great week.
Bye bye.